Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So, bit of a mixed bag today once again. A few different things we're going to show you. First thing we're going to look at, had a parcel arrive today, so that's kind of linked to the teleporter. We're going to have a look at that. We're also going to be looking at the next big project that we're going to be doing. I mentioned that there was something coming up. Going to show you what it is today. We'll pull it in and we'll get it, maybe give it a wash down and have a look around it, and you'll have a good idea then what it is. And also going to have a quick look at the Carina. A lot of people's asking about the Carina E that we have, and they want to see it. So you ask, you shall receive. I'll do we look around it, walk around it, and tell you some of the history of it since we got it. So yeah, mixed bag. Let's get going with it. All right, so parcel delivered today. Come all the way from McCarthy's in Cork. We'll just open it off. McCarthy's, who buy some stuff off. They do all whole range of, do all grammar seats. They also do all plough parts, mower parts. They do a whole range of stuff. So go over and check them out on their Facebook, Instagram, and on their website, and you'll get some more details about what they do over there. But they do a lot of stuff. We'll do a bit more talk about them when we're actually fitting this. It's just a quick look at what we got. So I mentioned we'll do some work to the teleporter, have the lights, a few other jobs to do. So I mentioned in the last video, if you haven't seen that, go check it out. But we mentioned that we're going to do a bit of tidying up on it and try to enhance it a little bit. And one of the things that we wanted to do was we want to give it a bit of a seat upgrade. Seat is okay, it's fine, but it's just an old spring seat. If it was in when the teleporter come new, it's a grammar seat. It's in very good condition, it's working okay, but it's just not comfortable. It's 20-year-old technology. We want to bring her up to current day and put a nice comfortable air seat in it. So contacted McCarthy's in Cork, and they very kindly told me what seat that would suit it. I said okay, let's do a deal. Done a deal for it, and they sent it up to me, and here it is. So got a grandma, it's an MSG 93. We'll just lift it out quickly and just have a quick look at it. Alright, so seat is out of the box. So as I mentioned, seat in the teleporter, they're quite a narrow seat. It's just the way they're designed. There's not much room in the cab of most teleporters, so the seats are quite narrow. There's no room for seats with those. You can get seats with lateral suspension, front to back suspension, and leaves them a bit more comfortable when you drive. There's no room for that. That kind of a seat would be hitting off the console at the side, so we couldn't go for that. So I was talking, it was Barry and GMC I was dealing with. We went through the seat, told him what I had, I gave him the spec of the seat that was in the machine. He says, this is the seat that will suit and fit into your machine. We didn't want one with any of those suspensions on it other than the air suspension up and down, and he says, this is the one. He says, this will fit straight in, direct replacement, and that's exactly what we went for. But yeah, grandma, look, best seat on the market, and the build quality is there with them. Now, fairly simple. I think it's just a matter of pulling this out. We'll have a look at it better whenever we get it all in, but it's just a matter of pulling that little knob out, and it should build up the pressure then to whatever weight that you are. It cuts out itself. So yeah, great job. I'm looking forward to getting that in. It'll make a huge difference on the machine. But yeah, only ordered it yesterday evening and it come this morning, so very fast delivery. So big thank you to GMC for getting it up here to me quickly. And yeah, look at it. If you're looking for any seat parts, if you're looking for any seats replacements, changing to an air seat, give them a shout. I'll put a link in the description below for you to go on the website and check them out. They also do a range of plough parts, mower parts, all tillage parts, you know, bits and wear plates, all that stuff for ploughs, and they do everything. So you can give them a shout for if you're looking for any seats. They are very competitive price wise, so, and fast delivery to anywhere in Ireland, so you'll have it the next day once they have it in stock. So yeah, link in the description below, check them out. But we will be talking a bit more about it next week, and we'll also, I want to show you the 3650 seat. I didn't show you it properly after I got it during the summer, so we'll do a little video on it, and I'll show you how it fits in the 3650 and just how happy we are with it. So yeah, GMC parts, link in the description below. Alright, so we're going to have a look at this next project that we're going to do. I've mentioned it a few times before. Yeah, let's just go get in out of the field and we'll go from there. Okay, so here it is, the next project. It's a David Brown 990 Select-O-Matic. It's one of the later ones, and we've had it for quite a while. Purchased it back, we could have, I'd say it's more than 10 years, it's probably close to 15 years. We purchased it, it was just about running. The engine has had, let's see, can I see where it is? Don't think I'll be able to see it, but it's had an issue. No antifreeze put into it, bit of frost come, cracked the block, and the rest is history. It needs an engine. We have an engine for it. Purchased an engine quite a while ago, a good engine, so that has to go into it. Believe it or not, it hasn't got massive hours on it, but it wasn't towing that much love either where it was, and yeah, a bit of work to be done to it. We have had it going with the engine that's in it. Wouldn't rev out that hard, but it was going enough that we could get hydraulics going on it. There was some issues with hydraulics. We changed some stuff from a different tractor onto it, and had the hydraulics going, but we've loosened some stuff off then after that. So we've a bit of work to do with the hydraulics just to get them the way that we want them, but it's all there, if you know what I mean. There's a bonnet on it was quite rusted. We got a bonnet for it, we have a good bonnet for it, and we have a selection of other stuff for it as well. So we have a lot of stuff bought for it. We have a lot of the bits that we need. It's a matter of just getting stuck into it and getting going at it. These tractors have got quite a bit of sentimental value to us because, well, I for one learned how to drive on a David Brown 990, one that we had here on the farm going back to the 1970s. It's actually still here. We don't, it's my uncle that owns it, we don't own it, but it's still here, and it's not too far away from where we are here. But yeah, a lot of sentimental value to them. They were a lovely tractor, nice tractor to drive. We've always loved David Browns, we've always had them on the farm, so this is something we've been meaning to get going at. Kind of been one of those things that's just been put on the long finger. We have gathered some stuff up for it, and it's a matter of just getting at it now and getting the work done to it. So yeah, be plenty of videos on it in the coming weeks and months when we get started on it, and as we progress through on it. So the plan is now we're going to give it a full wash down. That's what I'm going to do now today. I'm going to wash the whole tractor down. We're going to put the new engine that we have for it into it. We're going to get all that going. It needs a radiator here at the front as well. You can see there's been a bit of repair work done to it at some point in the past. Looks like somebody got in there and put a bit of plastering on it or skimmed it, but yeah, it needs a radiator. So we're going to get all that sorted on it first, get it back up and running, get the hydraulics then finished off, the few bits that are still left to be done to those, and once everything then is running and everything's okay and we've everything tested, it'll be a case of getting it then, just whatever bit stripped off it, send it away, get it shot blasted, get it painted, and we'll go from there. So plenty of work to be done to it. So there's a couple of differences on this tractor to the original tractor that we had. One of them is there's a slightly larger rimmed wheel here on the front of it, which gives it a slightly different appearance. The other thing too, which would be a bit more unusual, you could get them, but they were a little bit more unusual, was that they have an extra gear lever here, so a splitter on the gears. Most of them are 6-speed. This one here is actually a 12-speed, so that's a nice little addition to have. So it's just got that extra range on it, and yeah, just a nice little addition. The main difference in appearance wise, the two standard gear levers that was on all tractors were black, and this one here was red, so just a little bit different. Just looking here, you can see the writing is still on the top of the gear lever or the gear knob, so you can see first, second, third and reverse. So yeah, just kind of shows you it hasn't got massive hours on it. Unfortunately, you can't see what hours was on it because the clock has been broken, and weather over the years has just destroyed it. So yeah, we need a new clock for it. The other clocks here probably will have to be replaced as well. yeah, look, there's plenty of bits and pieces that need to be gotten and needs to be done to it, but it's something that we're looking forward to getting going at. We're also looking for a pickup hitch for it, so if you have a pickup hitch or know of anybody with a pickup hitch, give me a message down below or message me on Instagram or Facebook. Yeah, I want to try and pick one up that we can put it on it before the tractor goes away and gets painted. Alright, so the other thing that a lot of people have been asking me about over the last while is there's a Carina E that you might see floating about the yard, a Toyota Carina E. We've had it for quite a while. It's actually a turbo diesel one, come out of England. We purchased it back it's probably about 7 years ago, 8 years ago, and all I had on it was 60,000 miles. I seen it for sale on eBay, and I sent your man a message. He was looking, I think it was 17 or 1800 for it, sterling at the time, and we kind of have been looking out for one just for kind of have it in the yard. Dad was looking for it. He wanted to drive it around or just to have it for tipping around, and purchased it on eBay, sent him on a deposit, and we were going over to the Grand Prix. It's probably could have been maybe about a month later or maybe 6 weeks later, and the guy said he was down near London. He says, yeah, I'll hold on to it. So we're down to pick it up and give him the balance of the money, and kind of reminded you a bit of like Del Boy. He was that kind of a guy, a real London fella, and he'd have parked in his front garden, and he'd had it for maybe a year or two, hadn't drove it very much, and it wasn't clean or anything like that. We drove it home from London, we got insurance on it, drove it home from London when we were going home that weekend, after the weekend, and it's been here ever since. But yeah, it's been a great cow. Not been driven very much. It's very dirty, you can see it there. It's not been driven much now over the last while, but Dad is talking about doing it up at some stage in the future. So yeah, maybe give it a coat of paint, valet it up and get it tidied up. It's got about 140,000 miles on it now, so it's only broke in for a Carina. But yeah, that is it. So that is it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, if you're already subscribed to the channel, hit the sub button to leave a like on the video. Comment down below if you have any questions at all, and I'll try to get back to you on that. We'll be back to you during the week with the next video. Take care, have a good weekend, and we'll see you then.